Kinger. Everyone's talking about how do Kane fans feel after the amazing digital circus episode 8. Check in on your fellow Kane fan friends. What about Kinger fans? What about us? Because you know what? They started us out with pain, and then they ended us with pain. Well, it wasn't as painful in the end, but he on the one hand, wife reveal win. I feel like Queenie's the type who looked really pretty when she was not in the circus. By the way, I'm just sorry, Kinger. I'm not trying to steal your girl. I'm just appreciating her from a distance. On the one hand, a little bit of lore, a little bit of origin story. On the other hand, pain. I kid you not. Kinger fans are the most normal people. Speaking as a Kinger fan, a totally unbiased Kinger fan. Because I didn't play this clip on repeat again and again and again after finishing the episode. What? I didn't do that. That would be crazy. I didn't do that. Seeing Kinger in a state of a very relatable, intense stress, I guess it healed something in me. I like the dynamic, the range of Kinger. Not to mention, buckets have ungodly power, because first the Stanley Parable and now this, I'm just saying, they have ungodly power. And I swear, if I have to see anybody say Kinger deleted Kane on purpose, lies, slander. If you pay attention, the program that he was communicating with basically tricked him into deleting Kane, okay? And it was probably Bubble. The program was probably Bubble. So I'd imagine that's gonna come up in the last episode. But anyway, this isn't an analytical video. I haven't even processed my thoughts on the episode yet. Kinger. I was really scared that they were gonna pull a thing where Kinger was gonna like betray them, and then I'd have to hate Kinger. I already don't like that he was an AI, bro. This is so sad. We knew he was involved in Kane's creation, but this is so painful. He was working on generative AI. How could you do this, Kinger? Kinger, I'm an artist. I'm a musician. Were you really trying to make an AI that could do all that? Why would you do that, Kinger? Kinger, please explain. But it's fine. I can look past all of that. I can look past because this here is a chess piece of good character and trustworthiness and reliability. If you have a bucket on his head, then reliability. You know, that means something. That means a lot. Okay, let's just take a brief moment though to talk about all the things I liked that were not Kinger related. As much as it pains me to talk about anything that's not him, let's set him aside and discuss other things. I like that we basically got Kane's backstory within the first 2 minutes of the episode, and it was told in a very abstract way, but you could still figure it out. Abstract, by the way. I like how we got a little bit of breadcrumbs about Scratch, who apparently had a very abstract way of thinking and also had a terminal disease. I wonder if that's going to factor into any lore. Kane got a musical number. What more could you ask for? The parallels to episode 1 and just the beauty of how far the animation has come. I love animators. You guys are so talented. Kane torturing them with the most traumatic things that they have dealt with that was kind of shocking. But truly nothing stood out more. Nothing stood out to me more. You gotta understand the plight of the Kinger fan. Kinger fans have had it rough. Because from the pilot, and yeah, I've been along since the pilot. I'm an OG Kinger fan, okay? That's my confession. No, it was rough because a lot of people after the first episode were Jax fans, right? There weren't a lot of Kinger fans were a niche at the time. They might still be a niche, I don't know. We got Kinger in episode 1 being Goofy Kinger. In episode 2, we got more Goofy Kinger. In episode 3, we got tears and emotion because we got to see some Kinger lore there. And then Kinger. And then in this episode, we got to see Kinger be a badass. In a way, he handled that stressful situation, even though he accidentally deleted Kane. You know, that was a whoopsie. That was a whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy bell even. And, you know, but we don't, you know what? He did something, you know, and that counts. High five. High five. Wait, guys, let's high five Kinger. Wait, do it. Okay, wait. High five. High five. Did you enjoy that? You know I need to get a Queenie one of this now. I have to have them both. I have to.